Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Brunzi, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
All the world's a stage, I'd like to be the light that shines upon the actress, or the golden, pink, and purple dancing lights in the sequins of her dress. If only for a flickering light or momentary spark, I'd take my flashlight everywhere to keep away the dark and make my stand. Oh, it's all so grand. Life were just a dreaming in the garden, or would you dream with me? We'd sit and smell the flowers and tell jokes and share a cup of jasmine tea. And if God were passing by, I really hope that we won't miss him. We'd bake a cake, celebrate, we'd hug him and we'd kiss him and shake his hand. Oh, it's all so grand. Ain't it also, so it's also, all in all, so grand.
All right. Thank you. The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin, and our guest is all the way from Charlestown, West Virginia.
That's right.
And he's a winner of honors in numerous songwriting competitions. He's a multi-instrumentalist, and he's on his way to play at the Good Coffee House in Brooklyn, New York. His name is David LaFleur.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
But what do you want to play for us on the mandolin?
Well, let's see. This is an old folk song. It started out as an English folk song called Mattie Groves. But that was a tale of adultery and murder between the classes, and I think when it came out to the United States, I think the somewhat puritanical Americans and democratic Americans kind of turned it into a pure little love ditty. But it is confusing because there is a horse involved, which I thought would be appropriate for the show. So this song is called Shady Grove. Cheeks as red as a blooming rose, eyes as deep as brown. You are the darling of my heart, stay till the sun goes down. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my dear, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm gonna leave you here. Went to see my Shady Grove, she was standing in the door, shoes and stockings in her hands, little bare feet on the floor. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my dear, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm gonna leave you here. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my dear, Shady Grove, my little love, I'm gonna leave you here. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, don't wait till Judgment Day. Woo! Wish I had a big fine horse, corn to feed him on. Pretty little girl stay at home, feed him when I am gone. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, don't wait till Judgment Day.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks.
So David, tell us, how did you get your start in music?
I started playing guitar when I was 8, and I saved up my money. I got a Sears silver tone guitar, $17.99, and the next year I bought a telescope, and so I like to think that my destiny was to basically stare off into space and play an instrument. So anyway, that's what I like to think.
What inspired you to buy that first guitar?
It was cool. I remember first thing I learned was the Batman thing. You know, that was the coolest thing. And I can't get no satisfaction. And you had the hair that went down like that, and you were always going like this because that was cool. You know, the hair that. So
The Beatle haircut.
I wanted to be cool,
Okay.
and I'm honest enough to admit it. So this is a song that I just wrote recently. I was in a little town and decided to stop at the local diner, and this is what happened. It was a rainy night, and I was just passing through on a 4-day road trip out from Kalamazoo. It's true. In a tiny little diner near Hackensack, right next to the railroad track. The sign said Mom's Place. Home cooking. While I was sitting at the counter, looking at the pies, I had a conversation with a guy named Guy. Well, he gave me a look as he wiped his sleeve. He said, "Son, let me warn you before I leave. Don't you eat the shepherd's pie here at Mom's Place. The meatloaf is fine, the home fries are divine. The veal is quite a deal, and it comes with a glass of wine. But son, take my advice, 'cause I ain't gonna tell you twice. You're gonna die if you eat that shepherd's pie at Mom's Place." Just about 1 year later, I was passing through. This time by way of Timbuktu. It's true. I had no choice, I was hungry and broke. It was only $4.95 and it came with a Coke. I ate the whole dang thing at Mom's Place. Mom's Place. So call 911, I think I'm gonna die. I shouldn't have eaten that shepherd's pie, no, no. Give my love to Renee, 'cause it just might pass away. And Ralph, won't you heed my advice? The meatloaf is fine, the home fries are divine. Yes, sir, the veal is quite a deal, and it comes with a glass of wine. But son, take my advice, 'cause I ain't gonna tell you twice. You're gonna die if you eat that shepherd's pie at Mom's Place. Just outside Hackensack, right next to the railroad track, they call it Mom's Place. Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Now we've got a Hackensack in New Jersey.
Well, you know, that's just poetic license. It really wasn't Hackensack in New Jersey. All I can say is, if you're ever in Leesburg, Virginia, just be very careful.
Okay, I'll take that advice from you.
So, this instrument is called a dulcimer, or a lap dulcimer, or a mountain dulcimer, or a hog stick.
Hog stick.
Yeah, I used to think they called it
that before.
Yeah, I used to think they called it a hog stick because it's big enough to hit a hog with. But if you listen real closely, you can hear it has sort of a nasal sound. Are you listening? Hear that? See? And it's thought that the Scandinavians, when they settled in the Appalachian Mountains, took earlier instruments and simplified them, gave it less strings and made it easier to build, called it a dulcimer, which is a combination of two words, dolce and melos, which of course together mean, hey baby, let's go out and party tonight. Not really. Dolce means sweet and melos means song. And they used to name their daughters Dulcina. And they wouldn't name all their daughters Dulcina, that would be totally confusing, but they would at least name some of the daughters Dulcina in the hopes that they would grow up to be as sweet as the sound of a dulcimer. So this is a very old Irish air called She Moved Through the Fair. My own love said to me, my mother won't mind, and my father won't slight you for your lack of kind. She went away from me, and this she did say, well, it will not be long, love, till our wedding day. She went away from me as she moved through the fair, and slowly I watched her move here and move there. She went her way homeward, at first far away, like the swan in the evening moves over the lake. Well, I dreamed last night that my own love came in. She came in so sweetly, her feet made no din. She came close beside me, and this she did say, well, it will not be long, love, till our wedding day. No, it will not be long, love, till our wedding day.
Thank you. Very pretty tune, nicely performed.
Thank you.
We should tell folks how they can find out more about your touring schedule and your recording. They can go to davidlafleurmusic.com, or they can email you at davidlafleur@adelphia, is that right? Adelphia.com?
.net.
.net.
David LaFleur or rather Dr. LaFleur at adelphia.net. So did you want to play one together? Or,
You've got time for 2 more,
oh, great. Okay.
unless I'm reading my watch wrong. No, you've got 7 minutes.
Well, this is a song I wrote for my parents. This song is called Sweet Joan Carey. Born on a morning when frost shone like bright diamonds on the ground. His little hands reached out for all the joy there was to be found. Wild as a stallion in the springtime, running over the field. Push life to its limits for all it could yield. And she was pure as a flower, with a laugh like sweet music to your ear. With a kind and gentle smile and a word to ease the darkest fear. Though it took some convincing, she began to laugh at all his jibes and silly jokes. And her heart began to warm to his deep voice and the soft words he spoke. I'll love you like the raindrops feed the trees, steady as the rivers flow to sea. For all of our lives, say you'll be my sweet Joan Carey. There's no moral to the story, and there's really no truths to be told. They lived and they loved and had babies, and together grew old. But if love is God's poetry, and every life is but a single written line, he was smiling when he wrote them into his great dream book of time. like the raindrops feed the trees, steady as the rivers flow to sea. For all of our lives faithfully, sweet Joan Carey. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's show your recording. Blue Ridge is the name of the most
Yeah.
recent recording.
Blue Ridge. I live in the northern tips of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Charlestown, West Virginia.
And for more information, people can go to www.davidlafleurmusic.com. What you got cooked up here?
Well, this song is called Raise Some Hell. Moses went up the mountain, said, Lord, what should I do? The Lord said, I'll part the waters, and you free all the Jews. So we took them down to the promised land. He says, hallelujah, I think I understand. Jesus went to the desert for 40 days and nights. Came back with a sunburn. Said, man,